lovelies. Welcome to Crystals and Coffee. Thank you for joining me. It's been a few weeks, I know. Good reason for it. Had a pretty rough December. Just a lot of illness, basically, and I'm still not very well now. I'm still on antibiotics now. I've had a chest infection. I've now got a secondary infection. I've had a cold. We've had a lot of sickness in the house. It's just been a nightmare. And then when you throw in Christmas in the mix as well and everything that comes with that, it was just actually ended up being quite a stressful time and a very stressful Christmas. So glad we're out the other side of it now and we're into January. And January is Januarying so hard right now. It's just like, oh my goodness, everything seems so like gloomy and cold and that whole kind of bleh. So, you know, you kind of think about like New Year being fresh and new and like new year, new me and all this. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I don't know about you, but I do not have an inkling of that kind of energy this time around. I haven't made any resolutions because, well, I don't really think they're really worth doing, to be honest. Resolutions always end up getting broken. So I haven't done that as such, but there are things that I've thought about that I want to do this year or get done this year. So there is that, but not in the sense of a resolution. But other than that, I haven't even left the blocks this month yet. And I think, well, I like to think that it's actually it's the same for quite a lot of people, actually. It's just, I think we've been so downtrodden with things over the last couple of years with everything, that we've all kind of come into this year with a little bit of trepidation and a little bit of, well, let's just see how this one goes, rather than making any big definite plans. Because if the last 2 years have taught us anything, is that you can't plan, because there's lots of rule changes and the world keeps changing, and it just ends up feeling quite tricky to navigate. So that's why I've not been around in December, feeling a bit despondent, I suppose. But no, I am, that's why I'm here. I've showed up, I'm here. This is what I want to be doing. This is one of my goals for the year, actually, is to continue with Crystals and Coffee and everything that comes along with it. It's just that January has been off to a slow start, and I've been thinking about that. And if we look to nature, for example, not a lot blooms in January. Well, not in the northern hemisphere anyway. In the winter time, not a lot is coming to fruition in January. Everything, like, there's lots of animals and things are still in hibernation. They're still hunkering down. It's not time to come out yet. It's a very much kind of stay cocooned type time of year in nature. So thinking about that has made me feel that that's how we should be treating January, really. I mean, I know there's all these massive marketing campaigns about, you know, new year, new you, health, fitness, all these sort of things. You want to do this, you want to do this year, make 2022 your year, blah, 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 blah. And it's like quite an onslaught of things. And that is what it is, though. It is they're marketing campaigns. People are trying to grab you while you're vulnerable, grab you while you're not sure what you're going to be doing, and to get your money. That's basically what it is. So to try and not get swept up with that hype and, stay true to how you're feeling, like really listen to how you're feeling And that's something that I've not done the last couple of weeks. I've tried to plow on regardless, and it's finally come back to bite me because I am now completely exhausted and I haven't allowed my body to get better. So I've got ill again, which is why I'm back on medication again, because I didn't let myself recover properly. I was too swept up in that whole, well, it's January now, I should be doing this, should be doing that, and forgot one of my golden rules of the word, of not listening to the word should. Absolutely hate that word, because no one can make you well, okay, I'm about to use the word should then. How am I going to reword this? But you get the gist. It's like you know, listening to the outside sources telling you what you ought to be doing and how you actually feel inside can be very, very different. And then you beat yourself up. I know I have been beating yourself up for not feeling that way, because that's how you're believe you should be feeling, but you're not feeling that way and you can't make yourself feel that way. So this is why for the rest of January now, I am, and probably quite a lot into February as well, because the winter isn't just going to magically disappear, is doing that nurturing, that almost that, not hibernating, but taking care of me and staying within my little bubble and just making sure that I'm better, I'm feeling okay, and some time for some reflection and really kind of figuring out what it is I want to be doing this year without having to rush into it and maybe getting ahead of myself. So that's what I want to do. I want to kind of chill, reflect, meditate, manifest, and just all of that lovely, cozy self-care stuff. And I encourage you to do the same. Look to nature, what they do in the middle of winter, what nature's doing in the middle of winter, and we should take our cues from that. It's a time for rest, recuperation, and just really listen to your body if you're able to. I mean, I know we also need to go to work, we all still need to take the kids to school, we also need to do, these are all the things that we still need to do, but don't put undue pressure on yourself to be doing lots of new things and taking on more than you feel that you can handle. It's not the time for that no one's got that energy at this time of year, especially this year with what's happened. And you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You inevitably can't do it all. So you feel bad, you feel guilty, you beat yourself up, and as we go round and round in this vicious circle, again and again and again. So give yourself permission to look after yourself in January and February. And then once we head into March, things might start to lift a bit. We're going into spring. We have the spring equinox and everything that comes with it. The clocks go forwards again and everything starts to kind of wake up. So that's going to be a complete energy shift then. But right now, these next couple of months, it's not going to happen. And give yourself permission to just look after yourself and give it yourself time to think about what it is that you want to do this year, and do some manifestation, do some meditation, reflect on the year that's gone by, what worked, what didn't, what do you want to change, all those kinds of things, so that when it does become spring and it's time for things to wake up and bloom, you are in the best position you can be to tune into that energy. You're rested, you're recuperated, and your energy is ready to kind of wake up and blossom with nature. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope that you can take that on as well. And it will do us the world of good. I just know it will. So I need to take some of my own advice and stop being so stubborn and let myself get better and listen to everyone else around me who's been telling me to rest and get better. I need to actually do it now. So sometimes the hardest advice to take is your own, isn't it? So I'm going to try and do that now. But yeah, so I'll leave it at that for this week. Kind of a bit of a rambling one this week, really. Again, because my head is still a little bit all over the shop. But I hope it made sense. And I will be back again either next week or the week after. I'm not going to make a promise to be here next week, but I'm going to do my utmost to be back next week, providing I am better and off of my medication. Because again, I don't want to set myself back. And we can talk about how to go about this kind of reflection, meditative process. We can talk about manifestation. We can talk about how we can really take care during these dark winter months. So those are some topics that I want to cover in the next couple of episodes, and I hope that you'll be wanting to join me. So I'll leave it at that. I wish you a great weekend. As always, if you check in the show notes in the description below, you'll have links to my socials if you want to follow me on there and keep up to date when the next episodes are coming out, and also information on the online courses that I offer, which do cover things like self-healing, using energy, manifestation, things like that with crystals. So the links are all in the description in the show notes. So take a look at that as a good starting point to your 2022 journey. And I will be speaking to you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye.